Hey parents, good morning. This is Pastor Jason. I just wanted to send a quick video to give you a few details concerning DNOW coming up next weekend. There's a few pertinent pieces of information that I think you may find useful as you and your student are preparing to join us for DNOW 2019. This year, counting Hepzibah, we have 9 other churches who are joining us from around our community. And we have a phenomenal set of events that are planned for this year. And so in lieu of a parent informational meeting, I'm just shooting you an email and a video to hopefully cover some of those pieces of information to help make your preparations a little bit easier. This year, you'll notice that the topic is War Cry. I know that's backwards probably from your screen, but the topic is War Cry, and this year we're going to be talking about spiritual warfare. And so many of our teenagers and adults alike are fighting a spiritual battle, and many times we've not even identified the cause or the root of the issues that we face in life that attack our identity and our purpose. And so this year, after a number of years of praying, I really feel like this year was a year to kind of broach this topic. And so we're going to be talking about spiritual warfare and couldn't be more excited. Some of the information that I have included in your email is a student information and registration pack. Many of you have already filled this out or received this already, but I wanted to send it out again so it'll help detail what DNOW actually is. And so in there it kind of simplistically defines DNOW as kind of a mix or a hybrid between a foreign exchange program and a conference. And so we kind of mesh those things together. And the reason it says that is because our students will be put in host homes. We have a number of families that have graciously offered their homes over the course of the weekend, and students are broken out between gender and grade to help them grow in fellowship with students that are in their same grade in school, that see each other on Sunday and Wednesdays, but also in the school halls and in the community. And so it's very intentional with trying to help those relationships be forged and made stronger over the course of the weekend. So in the host homes, students will bring sleeping bags and pillows, and they will be taking up some space on our host homes floors kind of as a weekend, over the weekend. And so they'll kind of be camping inside in a lot of ways. And so these host homes have graciously offered their homes and their resources. And so the reality is with many of these students, they may or may not shower. We're hoping that they will. And so in your what to bring and what not to bring list, you'll notice that there's a number of things. Please note that there is indeed a request for personal hygiene, toothpaste, deodorant is phenomenal. And so also bring washcloth so that they can take a shower, hopefully, over the course of the weekend. And so it's a phenomenal experience. But also we have a wonderful speaker and band who's going to be joining us this year. Eddie Briery out of Louisiana, who was our DNOW speaker last year, will be joining us again and leading us in the teaching sessions. And Robertson Band out of Summit Church is going to be leading us in worship. And so we're insanely excited. We believe it's going to be a phenomenal weekend, not just for the entertainment part, but for the spiritual development that God always does. Every year, we always see that God stirs in such a way that students come to a place of surrender. Some come to a place of restoration, of growth. And so most of all, we see that God unifies our church body, our student body, and the community of faith around our general area through this event. And so we couldn't be more excited. Also want to bring to your attention the Hepzibah Activity Participation Agreement. And so this is a form. Simply, it gives you a little bit of insurance information. We get some insurance info from you in the way of liability. It's a liability release, but also in the event of a medical emergency, that we have your insurance information as well as any contact information that we may need to get in touch with you. I'll say this, over the 6 years that I've been a student pastor here, I've not once had to, on an event for DNOW, ever had to contact a parent in the event of an emergency. And so it's simply to make sure that we're covered in that rare occasion. And so, lastly, a few things on the what to bring and what not to bring list that you have. You'll notice through there that we want you to bring a Bible, a pen, and a notebook. We want our students to come with a level of expectancy that God's going to meet them here, and an open heart and an open mind for whatever He may be speaking. We believe that the Word of God's alive and active, and it's going to speak to every single person that comes, and so we want them to be expectant, and so to have an actual physical Bible. We're going to try to encourage them to not be on their phones, not utilize their phone for Bible. We'd like them to have a paper Bible if possible, so that they can be digging in that regard. Also, you'll notice really big on the what not to bring section. There's a number of things. It says valuables. It says radios, gaming devices, things like that. But one of the main things that I definitely want you to hear as parents and also as students is that there is a zero tolerance for any kind of substances, any kind of vapes, cigarettes, alcohol, any kind of thing like that. And I know vaping is taking a big place in our culture right now. It's a zero tolerance policy. And so as parents, you need to recognize that we want to keep our students safe, and we want to keep any kind of temptations away from them in every capacity that we can possibly do that. And so if we find that any student has any of these things in their bags, then we're going to immediately call you, and they will be removed from the host home. And so just want to give you a heads up on that. As parents, part of the things that we do is we try to watch over our children, not lord over them necessarily, but we want to watch over them and help them to make wise decisions. And so if you could maybe help us to be aware also, and before they even leave the household, to make sure that they're good to go and packed as needed, then that would be absolutely phenomenal. And so with that, I want to encourage you, if you have any questions whatsoever about the weekend. I know that many of you have gone through the D-Now experience with us before. You're kind of aware of how everything works. Friday afternoon at 5:30, registration opens here at Hepzibah Baptist Church. And so as you join us and you come in at 5:30, what to expect is you walk in, you'll go to the registration desk, and it'll be split into last names. And so you'll find your designated registration spot. You'll sign in. Your student will drop their bag in a designated area according to the host home that they'll be placed in. And we will actually have a taco bar that we're doing for dinner that night for all the students and leaders who are coming in. And so that will be set up in the fellowship hall. And so we'll provide food for them. And then the doors officially open for all churches to enter about 6:50, and the event's going to start at 7. And so it's going to be real hyped up. It's going to be a phenomenal, outstanding event, very engaging. And so we believe that this is going to potentially be the absolute most formative event that they get to be a part of this year. And so we're excited, and we hope that you're excited as well. And so if you have any questions or concerns or anything whatsoever that you need to shoot to me, my email address is jason.brule@hbcwendell.com. My number here at the office is 919-365-7847. I would love to help address any issues and make this experience as comfortable and as enjoyable as possible. And so if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to shoot those to me. And I pray that this is going to be an experience that not only shapes them for the weekend, but it shapes them for their lives. And so thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you today. As the NCAA tournament starts, we just want to say, go Heels. Thank you.